Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day to everyone, especially to my panel. So my name is Aiman Hazib bin Abdul Alim. My metric number is CN190285. So today I'm going to present about my final year project 1, which is evaluation of safety awareness among worker related to physical injury accident in manufacturing industry. So my project supervisor is Dr. Alif, and my industrial supervisor is Mr. Kevin Raj. Okay, so this is my content title, which is in my slide. We have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4 and chapter 5. So I'm going to cover all the chapter in this slide. So for the introduction, why did I choose this title for my study? So I choose this title for my study is to focus on safety awareness especially. So I'm also to analyze the level of safety awareness among the worker in manufacturing industry. So from my introduction, I have the expected outcome for this study. The respondent data will be analyzed to obtain the safety awareness level for each worker, and to propose the recommendation to all the workers. Okay. Okay, for the problem statement, one of the common problem that an organization faces of lack of safety awareness among its employee. So for the second one, we know from previous accident record in 2020 and 2021, there were 2 first aid accident involving hand cut injuries recorded. And then for the second problem statement is a lack of safety awareness is not addressed and resolved quickly, so it can lead to physical injury and even death among employees. And for the last one, from the previous research indicate that a number of serious fire have occurred at facilities that handle rubber-based product such as wool, shredded, crumpled tire for storage, treatment and handling. Okay, this is my objective for my study research. So for the first objective is I'm going to investigate the causes of lack of safety awareness among workers related to accident in manufacturing industry. Okay, for the second objective is to analyze the causes of lack of safety awareness among workers in the manufacturing industry using a statistical method. And then for the last one is to propose the solution and also to propose the recommendation to enhance the safety awareness among workers in manufacturing industry. So there are 3 objectives in my study research. So this is scope of study, which is the study was based on the survey, like a questionnaire, like example a Google form. Then it was the study was based at Continental Tire Alustar workers, employees. So the respondent came from various background and for various reasons. And then for the effectiveness of control measure will be proposed based on the level employee awareness. Okay, next, significance of study. So there is some interest gain in conducting this study. Significance of study is to implement the control measure that are required to keep this employee's performance always at a control level. Okay. Okay, for the chapter 2, I go through with the literature review. Okay, this is a safety awareness concept. So if you look, there are 6 points in this safety awareness concept, which is the first one is a training and instruction. So before the workers, the newcomer for workers, we are give the training and instruction before they start the job. And then for the second one is a motivation, and then we go through the continuous improvement and proactive safety awareness, commitment of management, and the last one is customized safety measure. Okay, so that's for the safety awareness concept. Okay, this is a research design, which is the study use a research quantitatively to explain the relationship between the variable that want to be studied. Okay, for the second one, the study will measure by the survey method, as known as the survey method, that is the researcher distribute questionnaire to the respondent. Okay, and then the third one, the survey shape method is the best method in large population. So, and for the last, the survey shape method also have advantage such as the time required to collect data, and shorter and faster as well. The information obtained is directly from the respondent. Okay, so for the flowchart of SPSS process, so I start with a study of safety awareness among the worker, and then the second step I'll do is define activities related to physical injury, and then go through the review document and gather information, which is analyze accident data and define injury rate, and then I go with the questionnaire for a quantitative method, then go for the data analysis, which is SPSS, and then I've got the result after all of these steps are completed. Okay, for the chapter 3 is source of data. So the survey method was used to collect quantitative data for this investigation. Okay, there are 2 sections in this research instrument, namely section A and the section B. So for the section A is the employee's background section, such as a name, gender, age, position, and for section B are the instrument related to the study variable. Okay, so the set of question used by the researcher, by me, is major research method to answer the research question. And for the last one, the set of question used by the researcher is a major research method to answer the research question. So this for measurement item. So study sample is a process of obtaining a sample soft size that represents something population. So the population of the study consists of workers in the factory Continental Tire Alstar. So the sample size required in this study is total of 70 operator in this plant, followed by each department. So based on the population of workers in the area of nearly 150 workers operator.
Okay.
Okay, for the data collection method, I use stratified random sampling technique according to the working part of the operator. And then this method used to ensure that such group in a selected population will be represented at a certain rate. And the total of operator population was 20% in each department. So each department is required 10 operator. So we have curing department, mixing department, hot prep department, tire building, cool prep, final finish, and the last one for 2 wheel. So we have 7 of each department. Okay, this is process of analysis data. So for the first thing I do is propose the title of my final year project is evaluation of safety awareness among workers related to physical injury accident in tire manufacturing industry. Then we go for chapter 1 introduction, chapter 2, chapter 3 for the quantitative method, and also for questionnaire, and then chapter 4 for data analysis using SPSS method, and for chapter 5 is a review document and gather information for the recommendation and to propose the solution. Okay, so this is chapter 4, expected outcome. So in this expected outcome for the section A is employee background, which is this section A, and the section B inside the questionnaire. And for the questionnaire we use question, for example, about occupational health and safety awareness and participation in occupational health and safety. The third one is a workplace hazard, and the last one, workplace policy and procedures. So these 4 are inside the questionnaire. Okay, so for the last chapter, chapter 5 is a conclusion and recommendation. Okay, so at last, through a questionnaire that I have given to the operator, the study of lack of safety awareness among the worker in relation to physical injury accident can be identified, and then the lack of safety awareness also will be inspected to determine the effectiveness of control measure to be implemented to the factory. So following that, in undergraduate project 2, which is next month, a comprehensive study as well as the effectiveness of the study project in continental tire factory will be discussed and elaborated open. Thank you.